Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. It is the fourth week into my new series through which I'm sharing with you the details of my preparation for my first ever half Ironman coming this September. So far I talked about my background and showed you how I did a virtual race as part of my prep, and I also told you about my training plans for the next 18 weeks. And now it's time to go for a swim. As I told you last week, they lifted some of the restrictions from the 18th of May, which means I was able to go out to the sea and have an attempt at swimming after not being able to swim for more than 2 months. I was making good progress in the pool the last couple of months before the lockdown, but the last time I swam in open water was last September, so I knew it was going to be difficult, but I didn't really think it was going to be this catastrophic. Walking into the cold sea was a bit shocking at first, but it wasn't as bad as expected. The temperature was around 11 degrees Celsius or 52 degrees Fahrenheit, but actually I got used to the cold quite easily. I spent about half an hour in the water and my hands and feet were a little bit cold but not freezing, so it was okay. I've seen worse before. But when it came to swimming, well, that was rather disappointing. First of all, the water was very choppy. I'm not really used to swimming in the sea to begin with, so some of you might say it wasn't even that bad, but it was bad enough for me. I managed to swim a couple of 100 meters, but it was not a good experience at all. I realized how much more work I have to do in order to prepare myself for the half Ironman in the next 4 months. I have to improve my technique, my stamina, my breathing, and I have to work on both my physical and mental strength, so basically every single aspect of my swim needs to be improved if I want to succeed in the race. And I'm not talking about personal bests or anything alike, but the mere survival of the swim leg at this stage. So I said, okay, it was bad, but let's give it another go. The weather was mostly miserable for the second half of the week, but on Sunday afternoon we had a chance to go out for a swim again. We went to a nearby lake this time, as I thought the fresh water would be more calm, and indeed it was. I know buoyancy in seawater is supposed to help you, but I didn't feel comfortable going back in the sea yet, so I chose to swim in fresh water instead. The temperature of the lake was around the same 11 to 12 degrees Celsius, so that was okay. I managed to swim twice as much in almost the same time as I did in the sea the other day, so I considered it a progress, but my performance was still frustrating. I could not swim 750 meters in one go. I had to stop a couple of times, I could barely breathe at some stage, and I even had to switch to breaststroke for a while because I got such a strong twitch on my right hand side that I couldn't keep swimming front crawl. But I battled through, and I believe things can only get better going forward.
That was bad, like really bad.
As I said, I have to work on basically every aspect of my swim in the next 4 months if I want to have a decent half Ironman experience. And that's what I'm going to do. I plan to swim at least 2 or 3 times a week. This is weather permitting, but I try to spend as much time in the sea or the lake as I can. Mid-August, gyms and swimming pools will open again, so it gives me more opportunity to work on technique and stuff in the swimming pool during the last couple of weeks of my preparation for the 70.3 race. So that is where my swim training is at right now. It's disappointing but not hopeless. Of course, I did my usual bike, run and strength training during the week as well. I did 2 indoor bike sessions and had 1 easy outdoor ride. A total of 85k on the bike, which is a lot for me. I'm going to have to at least double it in the next few months, but I feel like I'm on track with my bike training. So am I with my running. I did my 3 runs as usual. 1 4k off the bike brick run, which was supposed to be zone 2, but I simply couldn't keep my heart rate low, so I'll have to work on that because I need more low heart rate training at this stage of my preparation. There was another 6k run on a treadmill, which I haven't been able to do for ages, and it was such a relief for my feet not having to run on concrete for a change, and it was also easier for me to keep my heart rate in zone 2, so it was great. And last but not least, I did a 14k easy run on Sunday morning in zone 2 all the way. So I guess that's it for now. Next week I might talk about this zone 2 low heart rate training a bit more, and of course I'll let you know if there was any improvement in my swim, as long as I have a chance to go out to the sea, because the weather was quite bad all week last week, but it looks promising now for the next couple of days, so fingers crossed. But it looks promising now for the next couple of days, so fingers crossed. Fingers. But it looks promising for now. But it looks promising now for the next couple of days, so fingers crossed. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and you are more than welcome to leave any comment regarding my half Ironman prep down below. Thanks for watching, see you next time.